Hello po mga kapitay, sa magandang oras po sa ating lahat at welcome po dito sa aking channel. Ito, maganda po itong pag-uusapan, ano po, impeachment complaint pa rin, ano po, no? Pero this time, himay-himayin po natin itong impeachment complaint na isinampa po ng grupong civil society dyan ho sa House of Representatives laban ho kay Vice President Sara Duterte, ano po, mga kabida. Sa isang panayam po ng 1PH, ano po, no? Isa sa mga abogado ho ng Divina Law, mga kabida, ang nakapanayam po ng 1PH at ito po'y patungkol ho doon sa kanilang pag-aaral sa impeachment complaint, no, laban ho kay VP Sara. At ang sabi ho ni Attorney Boco de la Cruz, isa pong abogado ho ng Divina Law, base doon ho sa kanilang pag-aaral po, medyo defective yung complaint, no, yung impeachment complaint, mula sa form at even the substance itself, ano po, no? At malamang baka ito po yung magbibigay ho ng immunity raw kay VP Sara for 1 year para ho hindi masampahan ho ng kaso o ng impeachment uli, ano po, mga kabida. Pakinggan muna natin itong panayam po, no, ng 1PH kay Attorney Boco de la Cruz. Narito po.
I'm assuming you did not miss the big news about the first impeachment case filed over at the lower house. We're talking about 5 of the 6 grounds being present. We're talking 24 articles of impeachment presented in the complaint from the more recent events, some reaching back into the past. What do you make of all of this? Will it hold water? Is there enough in the complaint to hold water?
Well, we assess it based on 2 criteria, matter of form and matter of substance. No? As to form, it suffers from a bad timing. Mukhang mali po ang timing nung pag-file. You have to understand that there is a prescribed period for Congress to act on impeachment complaints. And if they fail to act on it or they are not able to vote on it or endorse it, it is deemed denied or shelved, in which case the one-year ban will apply. So for 1 year, you cannot file any impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Duterte. So that's on as to form. No, also as to form, the more articles or grounds you raise, the lower the chances that you get one to pass, no, because it will take so much time to deal with all of these grounds. It's better to choose 1, 2, or 3 grounds, focus on those strong grounds, so as to focus the effort. No, you need votes. You need to convince at least 1/3 of the House to endorse the complaint.
Right, Attorney
And
Boco.
as to substance,
Go ahead.
hindi paramihan ng grounds. Kailangan it has to amount to a breach of the Constitution. Kinakailangan high crime, not an ordinary crime, not a simple crime. It must rise to the level of high crimes. So hindi paramihan.
Oh, yun nga, Attorney Buko, kasi nung binabasa ko, of course, as a layperson, I'm not a lawyer nor a lawmaker, parang they just put everything that they didn't like so far from her performance. Even nung Davao City Mayor pa siya, even things na parang are more associated, kumbaga, with her father, the former president, like yung EJK, that she's involved in it. Now, ang tanong, we all know that by now, that impeachment is a very political exercise and it's not actually like a court case. But in the absence of actual court cases filed, how does this all jive? And paano ba dapat natin to, like, if we want to really exact accountability, is this really the best way?
Yeah, well, for an impeachable officer, the president, the vice president, and the constitutional commission officers, the only way to hold them accountable is by impeachment. But you need to study it carefully because, as I said earlier, if you file a weak one or a defective complaint, instead of holding her accountable, you're giving her immunity for 1 year. No, if you file the wrong complaint, a haphazard complaint, a defective complaint, you're correct in your observation. No, may mga isinama doon na pangyayaring hindi pa siya vice president. So obviously hindi yun pwedeng isama sa impeachment complaint dahil ang impeachment complaint dapat nakatutok lamang sa mga ginawa niya na paglabag sa konstitusyon nung siya ay pangalawang pangulo na ng Pilipinas. So that might work in favor of Sara Duterte if this complaint is found defective and will therefore insulate her, give her immunity for 1 year.
Attorney, you mentioned earlier na merong certain period for the Congress to act on the impeachment complaint filed against Vice President Sara Duterte. Gaano kahaba yung period for the Congress to act on it? Do they have enough time for the impeachment complaint? Considering na, hello, kailangan nilang i-prioritize yung budget natin for 2025 and campaign na by next year.
Sila na nga nagsabi noon, di ba?
Oo.
Magkaka-campaign na. So, baka daw hindi matuloy, tsaka 9 session days na lang ang natitira for...
Correct. No, under the rules ng House, meron silang 10 araw mula sa pagkaka-file nitong complaint, no, para maisama ito sa agenda. And then mula sa pagkakasama sa agenda, may 3 araw sila para ito ay maitukoy sa committee, no, ma-refer sa committee para aralin. Now, that is very difficult kasi by December 20, mag-a-adjourn na sila for the Christmas break. No? So, medyo gipit na sa oras para gawin yan. And assuming na ma-refer yan sa committee, assuming by some miracle, maisingit sa agenda yan, ma-refer sa committee bago mag-break ng December 20, ang balik nila January 13 na eh. And under the rules, may 60 days lamang sila para mag-conduct ng hearings. Pag bumalik sila ng January 13, magbe-break uli sila ng February 11 para sa campaign period. So wala nang 60 days doon, hindi nakakayanin eh. Pagdating ng campaign period kasi wala ka ng senador, pagdating ng March wala ka ng mga congressman. So I think hindi lulusot because of bad timing, no? Sa ilalim ng rules, dapat within 60 days magkaroon ng resolution. Either makakuha dapat yan ng botong 1/3. That's around 100 congressman. Dapat bumoto to endorse it to the Senate. Pag walang nakuhang 100 votes yan, it's deemed dismissed, not acted upon, 1 year. Hindi ka na pwede mag-file ulit ng impeachment against VP Sara.
So last week, Attorney, President Bongbong Marcos himself said that he is not in favor of impeachment complaint against VP Sara. Kaya nga siya yung nakipag-usap dun sa ibang legislators na wag nang mag-file. Pero hindi, well, obviously, some legislators did not listen to it. Ano yung implication nito? Paano namin to dapat basahin?
I think the President also realizes that any complaint filed now is problematic due to time constraints. So there are other urgent matters that should be thrashed out and should be prioritized by Congress. The budget, of course, another priority legislative agenda, mas magandang doon ubusin yung oras dahil hindi na nga rin makakayang tapusin yung impeachment. So kahit simulan, uubos ka ng oras ng Kongreso, wala ka ring makukuhang resulta dahil hindi mo rin kayang tapusin within the limited period of time before the campaign. Kaya tama yung panawagan. It's not a directive from the President, it's a plea na pakiusap na huwag nyo nang unahin yan dahil mas maraming ibang importanteng bagay. I think even if the grounds were substantial, I'm not saying they are substantial, but even if they were substantial, it suffers from wrong timing.
Do you get the sense though, attorney, na minadali ito? Kasi nakakagulo. I mean, we've been talking about impeachment for months, di ba? But I think one of the reasons nga, no, and even the lawmakers from the House have said this, hindi nga matutuloy dahil nga ang awkward nung timing. Magpapasko, mag-e-election. Sila na nga mismo yung nag-amin nun. So, do you get the sense na minadali ito? Because supposedly, this is only the first and meron pa tayong inaabangan na possibly mag-file din yung mismo Makabayan Bloc sa House ng sarili nilang impeachment complaint this week.
Yes, mukhang ifinay lang para may ma-file, para makakuha ng media mileage siguro, no? Dahil I'm sure they are also aware na hindi ito kakayanin given the limited time. The fact that they added complaints, no? May mga isinamang offenses na hindi naman covered nung siya ay vice president na. Obviously, it's haphazard, no? Minadali. Ano ang purpose? Ang purpose lang ito, malagay sa balita, makakuha ng media mileage, libreng airtime. Pero other than that, hindi kasi lulusot eh. Sayang yung pagkakataon dahil isang taon na hindi mo na siya uli mapafilan eh. Magkakaroon siya ng immunity from the impeachment process for 1 year.
Pero attorney, you mentioned that earlier, yung timeline, ano, the 60 days and the 10 days prior to that. Pero is it really that impossible to make it past the remaining sessions? Kasi yun naman pong binigay nyo, yung maximum lang po. It is actually possible na mas mapabilis po siya. Tama po ba?
Tama naman. There was one instance na pagka-file ng complaint, pumirma agad yung 73 or 75 congressmen na endorse agad sa Senate. Yun yung impeachment ni former President Joseph Estrada. So kung makakakumbinsi ng mag-i-endorsong 1/3 ng House, so sa ngayon mga 100 na ang kailangan kasi 300 plus ang miyembro ngayon ng House. Para ito ma-endorse sa Senado, kailangan mo ng 1/3. If you can convince 1/3 of Congress, kahit isang araw lang yan, basta merong pumirmang close to 1/3 or 1/3 of the House, diretso na yan sa Senate.
And walang choice yung Senate, di ba? Kailangan nilang tanggapin at kailangan nilang mag-convene as a tribunal.
Correct. Kahit panahon ng kampanya, kailangan nilang huminto sa kampanya at mag-conduct ng trial dahil meron din silang rules, meron ding prescribed period na kailangan nila itong simulan at sila ay magiging parang mga hukom, judges.
Okay.
But again, the threshold is kung makakakuha ka, if they will be able to get endorsement, signature, 1/3 from the members of the House.
Okay, Attorney Buko, nabanggit mo kanina, no, it's possible then na hindi nila tanggapin or parang ma-junk itong impeachment complaint. How does that work?
Well, ministerial yung pagtanggap, no? Kailangan nilang tanggapin, defective man yan o hindi. Pagka-refer sa committee, so within 10 days, ika-calendar sa agenda. Pag na-calendar sa agenda, you have 3 days to refer to the committee. Now, the committee will determine kung ito ay sufficient in form. Doon pa lang, pwede na magbutuhan base sa form. At pag hindi lumusot, the committee itself can reject this. No? Pag na-reject yan, tapos na. Wala nang pag-uusapang impeachment. Pero as I said, mag-a-apply na yung 1-year ban. Dahil once the complaint is referred to the committee, ibig sabihin na initiate na ang impeachment process, the 1-year ban applies kapag na-dismiss yun or na-reject.
So ayun po, no? Medyo defective, no? Yung appreciation ho ng ni Attorney Buko de la Cruz, ano po, ng Divina Law, ano mga kabida. Unang-una yung form mismo, sa tingin ho nila, napakamasyadong ang daming grounds na ginamit, ano po, pinagbasihan. Halos lahat ho ng grounds ng impeachment po andyan po, no? Ang sa tingin ho ni Attorney de la Cruz, mga kabida, na sana po kahit na isa lang po, no, yung betrayal of public trust ba or culpable violation of the Constitution, o di kaya yung high crimes, ano po, no, ang ginamit na grounds parang 6 ata, no, of 4 o 5 out of 6, no, na grounds. So yun po yung mahirap daw according to Attorney Buko, dahil baka daw yun yung dahilan kung bakit mabasura yung impeachment complaint, dahil doon pa lang sa form, mga kabida, bagsak na po, ano po. At ito din sa dito sa substance ho nila, no? Medyo na may problema rin according to Attorney Buko, ano po. So titingnan na lang po natin, mga kabida, kasi ang sa tingin po medyo malabo po itong maasikaso itong impeachment complaint na ngayong taon, and most likely next year, half of 2025. At malamang po ito po ay posibleng maasikaso pagkatapos na po ng eleksyon, mga kabida, ano po. Para ho sa mga gustong mag-comment, you can comment down. And sa mga hindi pa nakapag-subscribe, please subscribe. Just click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell para ho ma-update kayo o updated po kayo sa aking mga uploads. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat, and God bless po.